I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. I do one-on-one coaching with people to help you perform at a high level. That could be around your job search. It could be around your leadership. It could help you as a senior professional with executive coaching. And someone wrote to me asking the question, should I follow up with the recruiter or the hiring manager? Now, I think there's a depends in there, but most of the time, I'm going to tell you to follow up with the agency recruiter that represented you to the hiring manager rather than actually, let me just finish. The agency recruiter has a relationship with the hiring manager. You don't. And even if you say to me, I want to send a thank you note as a follow-up, that's good. But my experience when I did search is that there were so many thank you letters that were badly written, spelling errors, grammatical issues, that I wanted to look at it first before they sent it to the hiring manager. So as a matter of course, work through the recruiter. And you can contact the recruiter and say, hey, look, I want to send a thank you note to the hiring manager. And they'll probably perk up a little bit because they'll think that's a good idea. Can I send it to you first for a quick review before sending it to them? They'll say sure. They'll look at it. If they're good, they'll pick apart some of the things that you've done that are incorrect, like a nice generic thank you letter. I just want to thank you for the time that you spent with me today. I believe I'd be a valuable asset for your organization. That's not a good enough thank you letter. I would want you to hit points that reiterate points that you made during the interview that demonstrated your fit for the role, not just something generic. And again, send it to the recruiter first for proofreading and grammatical checks in order to ensure that it presents you in the best possible light. HR person of organization. Now, again, I'm going to differentiate between, agency recruiter, which is how I answered the first part of this, and corporate recruiter. I think in general, you're better off messaging the corporate recruiter rather than the hiring manager. And some people are going to say, what, are you crazy? Let me just give you the scenario here. The hiring manager really doesn't care yet. I'm going to assume that this is after the first interview. And as such, doing a quick message to the HR recruiter to say, I haven't heard anything for a few days now after my interview. Have you received any feedback? Is useful. They may say, no, I haven't. Let me get in touch with them and then follow up with you. It's better than having your message left in the voicemail. For the hiring manager who starts to feel a certain amount of pressure from you, which you may think you want, but it's better coming from the corporate recruiter. So again, work through the recruiter. Now, if you don't hear anything for a few days yet, the probability is they're not interested or they're not ready to commit to going forward. I would again, at this point, contact the hiring manager and simply say, just want to follow up after our interview. You gave me the idea that you may be making decisions about who to bring back for another round. Want to continue to express my interest in the role and circle back to you. Now, I want to remind you, my initial suggestion about following up with the agency recruiter was predicated on you sending a thank you note to the hiring manager. So in doing this, you can always reference the fact that you are expressing continued interest and want to see what the status of the role was, whether you were still under consideration or whether you should consider moving on. Again, the first answer I gave was having your thank you note sent to the agency recruiter to then send to the hiring manager. The second suggestion was following up with the corporate recruiter to see if they've heard anything yet and just hadn't gotten to you, because the hiring manager isn't going to make that communication of non-interest. the HR person will. And from there, that will probably jolt them into taking action. And you'll probably hear back within a day or so. I'm sorry, they're still interviewing. We should have a decision in the next however long it is. That'll be the typical type of answer that you'll get. So I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I hope you found this helpful. If you're interested in my coaching, I want you to connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the Big Game Hunter. Mention that you saw the video because I just like knowing that I'm helping folks. Once we're connected, message me about coaching. We'll schedule a time for a free preliminary conversation. Hope you have a great day. Take care.